I give another example. When I was a professor in IIT, you know IIT JEE exam? How many of you know? It is tougher than even civil service. You all know the best student appear and again 3,000-4,000 are selected. Students come for counseling. It was years when I still in IIT, 70s. The parents come and ask what subject the child should choose. At that time, computer science, if you take, you will go abroad. So question parent asked, in which subject he can go US? And since he was very high ranker in IIT JEE, if he was 80, which is very, very high rank, he could choose anything which he wants. He wanted to do physics. He told me as a counselor, sir, I want to do physics. I listened to parents, I listened to him, told the parents the choice. Parent overpowered the boy. And he filled to computer science. He was admitted to IIT Delhi in computer science. And he failed that year, in the first year. Because his heart was not there. So one of the key points in civil services, is it your goal? How many will put your hand here and see it is your true goal? Now, once you think it is a goal, you should know the background in which you want to set up a goal. Merely by saying, look at a conductor or somebody doing a red light on the car, it looks very rosy. But the journey is difficult. It's not easy. And I am told, I understand that you have looked at the gadget notification which UPSC brings about this exam. Have you read that, the gadget notification? What does it give you? It gives you who can appear. And that requirement is that you must be a graduate of any subject. Degree which is recommended, degree which is accepted by UGC. There could be other nomenclature of a degree which may not be accepted by the. There are colleges in universities in the country which are running certain courses, particularly the private, which are not approved by UGC. UPSC will not accept. So there is a huge list of 360, 380 degrees on UGC website. So each of you must check whether your graduation falls into that category. You have to ascertain that. That's number one. The age is also given. You must be 21 years on a particular month in a given year. So even if you are final year, and on that day you will become 21, you can appear. So that means the boys and girls who are age of 20 in their final year can easily appear for 20%. Correct? The third is that every year about 11 to 12 lakh people apply to appear in civil service. Are you aware of this figure? Out of this, 50% actually appear in the prelim. It is important to note that once you write even one paper in prelim, go there inside the hall, your attendance is marked, it is counted as one attempt. Okay? Previously it was like, if you have attempted all, then your attempt, but we changed it because there was a lot of confusion. We must know who are the people who are taking repeated chances. So it is important that you are deciding to appear, you are competing with 6 lakh people. These are serious students. So imagine across the country, it is not syllabi of Andhra Pradesh or Telangana or Uttar Pradesh. It is a syllabi which is covered in the syllabus of all India basis, mainly by best of the universities of the country. Have you seen the syllabi? Syllabi is consisting of the top 5, 6, 10 universities which are top in the country. We look at them graduation subject syllabi. So you have to now compare that in the university you are, that the syllabi you studied, did it challenge you? In a university examination, for example, if you are connected to Swania, paper in history, maybe 10,000 appear, all can pass and can move ahead. But in civil service exam, only 1,000 will be selected, less will be left. So it is not that you cannot qualify your paper, but it is that with respect to you, how the other has done well. Never there with you, was it? Until unless you have appeared any competitive exam. So how many of you have appeared any competitive exam? Any competitive exam? Nobody? Somebody appeared in JEE, can raise hand? No. Anybody for any other test, bank exam? All of first time. First time can also be those. If they are engineers, some of them are qualified in JEE or state exam. Now you know the difference. When you appear in a competitive exam, you know what is the difference between the exam of the university and a competitive exam. University exam is meant to judge your capability in that subject, regard to education and your growth in education. Or if you are selected, for example, I am a mechanical engineer. If I apply to a mechanical engineering vacancy, I am chosen as a mechanical engineer. Then my knowledge of mechanical engineering is required. But the competitive examination is meant for you to select to work on that place. If you want to become an IAS, IAS is a generalist service where you are given different departments. So specialization is not required. So your knowledge about the country, your understanding of international relations, your communication skills, your thinking, your new ideas are more important. Your decision making. You may not be a great mechanical engineer, you may not be a great physicist, but you can become a good bureaucrat. So learning for competitive exam is so different than the university. So before you set your goal, how do you set a goal then? You think in your university, the other option is, if in your university, I'm not saying it's important, but it is relevant. Because UPSC says any graduate pass can appear. But if you look at the profile of people who have been selected, particularly first and second and third attempt, you will not find many who are below 60%. Very rare. Now 60% is not a number that way. What 60% mean? That in a given university, if you are regular in studies, if you continuously understand what is being taught, assimilate it, and can reproduce, only then you will get better marks. So those who can work hard, those who can understand early, those who can comprehend, and those who can reproduce. So when setting goal, you have to look at, is this your strength? You must look at what is your strength. If I have to study regularly for a university exam 2 hours, for an exam like civil service, you require 5 hours. How many actually have, before deciding civil service, have you studied more than 2 hours per day? Nobody? One? Raise hands. Honestly raise. I have a lot of data, so don't worry. This number has to be 2%. So this change itself, that suddenly I am required to study 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, and associated fatigue and difficulty, that is a consideration for your goal. Your father says you appear, but he doesn't know that to study something which is so different, it is not what you are studying in university. It is much different. It is talking about history, geography, political science. social science, science, bit of mathematics, arithmetics, everything on earth, which you have done in your 10+2, but you have forgotten because you had not decided that early. It's not easy. In middle class parents to which we belong, wants their child to go to university and get a job. Am I wrong or right? Every parents want that when you graduate, your route must be clear, that either you're doing PG and teaching, you're doing PG or research, you are doing professional course, or so one such requirement the people themselves have raised. So today you find out of the whole list of 6 lakhs, at least 60% are those who have qualified professional exams.